can and make it absolutely, positively impossible for me to cut.
What we do for tryouts, and I learned this from the former head coach, for the coaching staff, it's very hands-off. We'll give you direction, we'll tell them what drills we want them to run, but then we basically say, I want to see what you do naturally.
Older guys should be the first in every single line. 4 lines that side, 4 lines this side. I want you about 25 yards apart.
Because then we could say, okay, I got to fix this. He's really good at that. That's a bad habit. That's a good habit. If we're sitting there and we're just coaching, they're going to do what we want to see. You know, I want to see what you could do naturally, and then I tell the guys a lot of the times, lacrosse stuff I could fix. I could teach you lacrosse. You know, I can't teach you how to hustle. I can't make you faster. I can't give you a heart. So all the other lacrosse stuff, I can teach you how to shoot, teach you how to pass, teach you how to play defense. All that stuff is very easy. Most of it is, and this is why we stay hands off, I want to see who you are. You know, as a person, as much as we can in that lacrosse, you know, concept, that setting.
Hey, let's go, boys! Let's go!
Especially with new season, we brought in like 30 new guys for the fall. They don't know any of us returners, we don't know any of them. So any chance we can get to do any team building, get to know each other, has just been really good for us.
When I was in 3rd grade, I turned myself into the principal for no apparent reason. So I guess you could say I'm an honorable man. Or a snitch, whatever you guys want to call it. But it's nice to meet everyone.
We have some weekend things that we do as a team that are fun. You don't only get the on-field aspect, you know, you get the off-field aspect. You see all your friends, you see your teammates around campus, and you know it is a family. It's a culture. It's a lot of fun.
I think when you're like involved, just in general, you see a lot of kids around campus, and you go to a school that's getting to like 30,000 kids, and you don't really know a lot of people. And just knowing those people around school, you have someone in every class that you go to. And classes are huge, so just having like a study buddy, you know, extracurricular activity. You guys play flag football, club basketball. We do all these things, and I think the bonding and the friendship just goes deeper than just on the field.
I coached at my former high school, loved it down there. The kids at UConn are the nicest, most polite, respectful human beings I've ever met. Not just 18 to 22-year-olds. Just overall, they're amazing. They're great kids.
I'm John Skita.
I'm Blake Vigels.
Quincy Pecora.
Yeah, we have a really strong group of captains. It hasn't always been that way. You know, in the past we've had maybe 3 or 4 captains. We've never had 6. It's never been like that. So it's a huge change for us. Even though 3 are abroad in the fall right now, they're very involved. They're all playing over there. They're all very involved in team decisions. So having an expanded leadership group like that has been really good for us because, you know, at any given time you got 6 people on the field who are going to be leaders.
As being a captain, I think one of the responsibilities that's most important is when you show up to practice, you got to get everyone's energy up because not everyone shows up to the field and necessarily wants to practice in cold weather or, you know, windy weather. But, you know, as a captain, us 3, we need to, you know, bring up everyone's, you know, intention to be the best you can be, rather than just getting through the motions and, you know, just jogging through everything.
Practices, when we have to be there ahead of time. Goals, make sure everything's out there, everyone's got their equipment. And then motivation-wise, everyone's ready to go mentally and physically. You know, on and off the field, everyone's got their classwork done. You know, everyone's working out, getting in shape, stuff like that.
What I did this year was we all sat in a classroom, and I basically said to the entire team, who wants to be a captain? You want to be a captain? Raise your hand. And I think we had 8 to 10 guys raise their hands. I said, okay, you want to be a captain? Get in the front of the room, and you're going to explain to all of us why you would be a good captain. Because at the end of the day, and this is one of the things where I don't like to close private vote. Anybody can just type in a name and say, yeah, I think that kid would be a good captain.
Coach Palini has been unbelievable. I mean, I get texts sometimes, you know, he's like, hey Blake, how you doing? How's your exam you took the other day? You know, he has a personal connection with everybody that's that's pretty cool. And he, I don't think he really harps on the fact that we're a club lacrosse team. I think he kind of wants to scratch that first word in the whole program out of it. We're a Division I caliber club lacrosse team.
All the stuff that he does that no one else sees and that we hear, we get emails like every other day. Hey, we gotta work on this. What are you guys' plans? What are your goals? Here's a video, watch the video. Take it to the guys, tell them do this, and give the scouting reports. He does everything. He's kind of our anchor, and we thrive off him, and that's where the transparency of the captains comes in. He tells us something, we have to tell the whole team.
He holds us to an expectation because he knows that we can be great, and he doesn't take, just because we're a club sport, he doesn't take that lightly. The behind the scenes things he does, a lot of the legwork that he does, it's unseen, and I think as players we really appreciate that. I think I think a lot of people don't know or maybe just aren't aware of how much work he does, but he does a great job. He drives probably 45 to an hour every day that we have practice. Might have just finished an 8-hour shift, and he still finds the energy to get us moving, and he does a great job of finding the line between intensity and getting the job done and keeping things lackadaisical and loose enough where we're enjoying it and we enjoy playing for him.
We're a student-funded group, we're a student-ran group. Everything goes through us. The coaches handle the on-field, they're contractors of the team. So they do everything on the field, and then everything else behind the scenes, that's all run by us officers.
Yeah, the dues part of it is tough to overcome in some ways, but we do have fundraisers. We make clothes. We try to sell. We sold tank tops last year. We sold long sleeve shirts this year. We try to give as much effort as we can to cut our personal dues down so that kids don't have to pay as much during the season.
There's a lot of things you might not even think about, like the facilities. Like we have to go out and rent facilities because ours will have snow on it and we can't plow the grass. Anything from we don't get to use the official logo of the school. So that's just a bunch of hurdles to jump through. We don't have a locker room, we don't have a weight room, so doing team conditioning gets kind of tough. Pre-game, watching film gets kind of tough, and we don't have space to go. If there's snow on the field for the vast majority of our season, we can't get on our field until that snow melts, so it's on us to go out and rent other fields. We rent indoor facilities, we rent turf fields that get plowed, but that's just another expense that comes with it and makes our lives more difficult as officers, getting carpools to the field, securing payment for the field, all that sort of stuff. It's just another hurdle to jump through that maybe a Division I team wouldn't have to face. So practices in the spring tend to get a lot more interesting because we're renting out these facilities sort of last minute because we don't know when we're going to be able to get on our field. And a lot of the times they don't have the best hours. So spring, some days we'll be going 6 to 8 a.m., some days we'll be going 10 to 12 p.m. And again, it's on us to get there, so that's just another hassle.
Unfortunately, we do have to do a lot of legwork with the budget, raising money ourselves. But at the same time, you're getting your bang for your buck for considering the trips we take, the equipment we get, and the experience you have with the team. A lot of people ask me, well, what's it like playing club, having to pay your dues, this and that, and I tell them, although the dues are a drawback, being on the team and playing at UConn and meeting these guys and being in a family like this, it's well worth every penny.
Common.
Watch out. Like that.